Okay, everybody, this is Austin. I'm here to explain the art of war. All right, I've given you everything to understand how to apply the book, what the book is about, and to remember all the proverbs that I think are the most important. But remember, you can't really, there's no need in memorizing the words from the Harry Lorayne memory techniques. Don't use them yet until I give you the proverbs, and then you use a picture in your head to tie them to that proverb. All right, so say for example, let me go through the chapters and the proverbs in the order that I described for the Harry Lorayne memory techniques. First of all, by chapter and proverb, the numbers are 125, 314, 424, 528, 638, 750, 863, 968, 1077, 1189, 12, and 13. Okay, so if we start in chapter 4, that will be 314. So the proverb tire is the number 14 from that book, and so I apply that to that proverb in the book for chapter 3, 314, which is tire, towel, dog, dish, dove, tomb, tire. So tire was 14, and the picture I had in my mind is a bunch of tires going in different directions, because it says it's better to leave a unit intact than to destroy it. If you cause the enemy to lose spirit and direction, then that's better than killing them, right? Or causing a lot of destruction, so to speak. And that's achieving victory without battle. And like I said in the beginning, that's one of the three aims of the book: invincibility, unassailable strength, and victory without battle. So if you look at chapter 3, proverb 14, that will be what I call proverb 14, which is tire. So then you have tire, towel, dish, dog, dove, tub, nose, net, name, and that goes all the way to 23. Name is number 23. So Nero starts chapter 4, 424, Nero, if you look in the book or what I showed you. So back to chapter 3, tire, towel. Towel, every faction of the strategy must be complete so that the victory can be total. I had a towel like on the beach thinking, that was the picture that I used, thinking about going over all of this stuff, making sure every part of the plan is in effect. And that was the picture that I used for that proverb. You see, so I've only given you 2 so far, really, out of the 100. Tire, towel, tot. Wait, tire, towel, dish. Dish, I pictured a dog. I have some dishes down for dogs. It says 2 to 1 divide, 5 to 1 attack, 10 to 1 surround. So I used the pictures of like dogs. First there's 2 dogs, there's 2 dishes with dog food, then there's 5 dishes with dog food, and then there's 10 that's in a circle surrounding. So that's the picture that I use to remember that proverb, and the picture helps me remember it. And so when I remember those numbers with the chapters and the proverbs, and I tie the picture to the proverb, I can just run through them from the beginning. Toes, tie, 10, tomb, tire, towel, dish, dog, dove, tub, nose, net, numb, name, Nero, nail, notch, neck, mouse, mat, moon, mummy, mule, and so it goes on all the way to 100. You can read those in that book. You see I've memorized the words. The words connected to the pictures connected to the proverbs, and that makes it easy to remember. So let me jump around. I think I gave it to a couple of chapter 3, tire, towel, dish, let me see, dog. It was funny, dog comes right after it. This proverb is okay. If you are equal, attack a few. I'm gonna come back to that. All right, dog, dove. This is a pretty good one. If the smaller side is stubborn, it becomes captive of the larger side. And I don't know what I initially had with dove, but I just have a picture of a dove now flying off, and it kind of just reminds me of it. And telling you that doesn't really help connect that proverb with that picture. You create your own picture of a dove. So dove, tub, I'm forgetting myself, right? Lately I need to re-go over it. So all right, so let's see. Let me go to another chapter, chapter 6. So let me see, 424, 528, 638, 6, movie. Number 38 in the book is movie. So I have the first proverb: those who are first on the battlefield have it easy. Those who are first on the battlefield and await opponents have it easy. Those who are last on the battlefield and head into battle have it hard. Movie, mop. For armies to take on opponents without being defeated is a matter of orthodox and unorthodox methods. And there's a lot in the book about unorthodox, as you will see. For example, I know I didn't give you the proverb and tie it to the book, and I'm going to spend one whole episode of showing you my pictures to the numbers and to which proverbs. And we're going to go over all 100 proverbs. I probably need the book in my hand at the same time. And it'll be a longer one. Might be like 15, 20 minutes, but it'll be probably all in one. And I'll make it so you can see how I use my pictures to put with the number word that the Harry Lorraine has 1 through 100. How I tie them together, remember, but I did give you a taste of it earlier, so that's, to me, is the easiest way. I'll do some more proverbs before I go. Let's see, chapter adaptations, chapter 8. If you can change with the force of momentum, then the only one who gets hurt are others. Okay, now that in a competition where usually that's the type of competition where only one person can win and somebody has to lose, like a basketball game, right? That could be misinterpreted if in a relationship. That's not one that you would really want to apply. You see, so you don't want to take anything out of context. I'm trying to give you an idea of how you apply these, because remember, we're just talking about strategy. So in order to formulate a strategy, you have to understand about tactics. And what is tactics? Tactics is knowing the skill that you're doing, right? You can't formulate a strategy for losing weight if you first don't even know anything about what goes into losing weight, right? You have to know that first. You have to know that jogging has a certain effect, dieting has a certain effect, fast food, junk food has a certain effect, right? And knowing these things, then you formulate a strategy. If you don't know those things, then how are you really gonna form a strategy, right? Same with making a song, got no skills. I talked about that before, car, anything. So another proverb before I go, let me see, maneuvering armies. Oh, that's great. Chapter 9. If half their force advances and half their force retreats, then they're trying to lure you. That's maneuvering armies. I don't have a proverb offhand. But those who, terrain, chapter 10. Never face a high hill and never oppose someone. With their backs to a hill. That's chapter 7, armed struggle. But terrain, wide open terrain, is disadvantageous to attack because the momentum is equal, right? Steep terrain, if no one's occupied the high ground, then you go occupy the high ground. Now this applies to life, which that's metaphorical, right? Literally, it's useless. And so it's metaphorical, so it applies to all things. In marketing, the high ground would be being first to selling colas was Coca-Cola. First at hamburgers, fast food, mass production was McDonald's, right? You have first, second, third, top 5, and so on, and everybody else is regional for the most part. But we'll go into that later. That's just a taste. But from a marketing standpoint, the high ground insofar as let's see. Well, I'll relate it to other things, but that's just one example. So I'm gonna cut this one short here. I think I covered enough stuff for today. Go over that, and then I'll touch base tomorrow. I'll try to run another one and start going over more of the metaphors. And then I'll spend a whole episode showing, like I said, I tie pictures to the Harry Lorayne numbers that are words. Right. I talked about that earlier. Okay. And I hope this wasn't too confusing this time.